Hey everybody, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to Journal Sleep Repeat. So in this video, I will be creating my own planner for 2023. I was shopping for some planners and I really didn't find anything that fit my style, and I couldn't find a planner layout that I liked and would fit my planning needs. So I decided to make my own. Here you see some pages from Canva that I created, which I will show you guys in detail in just a little bit. So for 2022, I had two planners, a work planner and a personal planner. Going forward in 2023, I'm only going to be using just one planner. So I'm going to show you guys in detail kind of how everything panned out, and let's get started. So really quickly, I have some planner rings that I picked up from Michael's and from Hobby Lobby. So I just wanted to show you guys that I'm still undecided as to which discs I'm going to use. And then I went ahead and picked up the 11 hole punch happy planner thingamajig. I'm really digging the whole disc method right now. So I'm all in with that. So let's get back into the video. So I have a ton of scrapbook paper laying around, and when I was shopping for planners, I really didn't see a design that I liked. So I've really been into flowers lately, and I had a ton of scrapbooking paper with flowers on them. So this is the design that I decided to go with for the inside of my planner. These will serve as like my dividers for the month. So basically, I'm just gonna use my kitchen scissors just to cut these down to size. The size of my planner is going to be an 8.5 by 11, just like a standard letter size. I initially, for 2022, I had the smaller planner with like the 9 disc system, and I really wanted a larger planner, so I'm going with this size. Now that everything has been cut down to the size that I want, I'm going to head over to Canva and show you guys in detail how I created the pages that are going to go on the inside of my planner. And hopefully I will be planning like a pro in 2023 in a method and style and a design that's going to fit my planning needs. So this portion of the video is going to be a how-to or a little tutorial. If you are familiar with Canva, you can go ahead and skip this portion of the video. So the resources that we are going to be using today are for free. So if you don't have the paid subscription, don't worry, there's a ton of resources that you can still use. So I'm going to type in blank monthly planner into the little search engine. All of these templates come up. Just keep an eye out for the ones that are free. So I'm going to scroll down until I find one that I like. So this is the one that I selected, and I like it. It's simple. I'm going to go ahead and remove those purple flowers there. I'm going to align this header. I'm going to switch out the font, and then I'm just going to type in January, and I'm going to type in the year 2023. So keep in mind, this calendar does not have the days on there. I will go ahead and add in my days. I don't mind doing that. So once I have that aligned, I'm going to go down here to the notes and I'm going to move those over. I'm trying to create some space here to add just some really cool designs. So once I have that aligned, I'm going to go over to I'm actually going to go over to elements. So right here, I'm going to click on elements, and then I just typed in like roses, and all of these free images are going to pop up. And I'm going to select this one, and then you just pretty much drag and drop it over. Now Canva will sometimes want to put that image in the background. I will do that for one of my images, but I don't want this one in the background, so I'm just going to drop it off to the edge and bring it in, and you can make it as big or as small as you like. I'm just going to have it up here in the corner, and you can also duplicate them if you want. So I'm going to add in my next design, which is going to be this little vase with flowers. Once that is on there, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate the page. Next, I'm going to type in the month of February, and I do have to go over and make the font a little bit smaller so it fits. I'm going to duplicate the page again and type in the month of March, and so on and so forth until I have all 12 months of the year. So I'm going to show you guys how one of these pages will print out. So if you went over here and tried to just press print, your computer would be confused. It wouldn't know what image to print. So let's just say you were done creating any design that you wanted to on Canva. You would go over to the share button over here in this top right hand corner. You're going to click share. You're going to click download. Then you're going to click this button up here that says PNG suggested. You're going to go down to the little drop down menu, and you're going to select PDF best for printing. Then you're going to click the purple button that says download. That image is going to download to your computer, and now you can go over to your printing section, and you scroll down and you press print, and then it's just going to give you the exact image that you want. You're going to go over and select print, and you're all good. So next, I typed in boxes into the search engine. I went over here to this resource. I'm going to type in weekly tasks, and I'm going to switch out the font. I've been using this font throughout. Then I'm going to go over to elements. I'm going to click on my recent images, and I'm going to drop this one to the background. I thought that looked really cool, so I'm going to go with that design. Next, I'm going to drop down to these blank boxes, and I'm going to type in goals. I will be having this section of my planner for goals that I want to accomplish for the month. Again, I'm going to pull from my recent images. I'm going to drop this flower down to the edge because I don't want it in the background. So I don't mind that it's kind of covering that little box there. I kind of like a little bit of layering. I'm going to add this heart there and just kind of get them down to a size that I want. So once that is done, I'm going to go down, and these are going to be my to-do list. So again, I'm going to go over to this font that I like, and every month I'm just going to have kind of like a running to-do list of things that need to get done. Again, I'm pulling from my images. I don't want this one in the background, so I'm just dropping it over to the edge and just getting it down to a size that I like. And again, I'm using this little sketched kind of scribbled heart that I just really love. So now that my design is completed, let's talk about printing again. So again, if you just tried to press print, it will come out like that. That's not what we want. We're going to go over to share. We're going to go to download, PNG, go down to that little drop down menu. You're going to click best for printing. Then you're going to click download. That's going to download those 3 designs that we just created. You can see all of those are going to print. And then now you press file, print, and I want all of those to print. So I'm going to be using cardstock for these pages. I wanted to try to minimize any bleed through. So like when I'm writing, I'm trying not to have the pen like bleed through to the other side of the page. So I wanted to use cardstock just for thicker paper. I'm going to be turning and flipping these pages a lot, and I just wanted a little more durability. So everything printed out nicely. This is the first month of January coming out of the printer. Everything looks good so far, so let's keep going. Alrighty, so on my bed here, I just kind of have everything laid out here. So I have the month of January printed out. Now, assuming there are like 4 weeks in most months, I believe, I might be wrong, but this is going to be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then it moves on to my goals and then my running to-do list. Alrighty, so we are laminating from my couch today. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and we are laminating everything before we hole punch, okay? I made a big mistake of doing that on my last video. So I hid the hole puncher from myself. I just moved it out of my sight so I don't even reach for the hole puncher. So while the laminator is warming up, I'm going to prepare the front cover and the back cover of my planner. Initially, I wanted the black page to be the cover of my journal, but I decided to go with the pink and the gold. I can always flip it and change it out later. So I'm just gonna glue these pieces of paper together, and I'm gonna stick them in the laminating pouches. And again, we are staying away from the hole punch until everything is laminated. So now that the front cover and the back cover have been laminated, I'm going to insert my rings and start adding in the rest of the pages. So I'm just going ahead and hole punching everything that's going to go in the inside of my planner and just adding it onto the rings. I'm really glad that I took the time out to create this planner from scratch, because I feel like I'm getting exactly what I want versus going out and buying a planner and trying to make it into what I want. So I'm really looking forward to showing you guys the final reveal. Let's see what it all looks like. So I put some white paper down on my black table to try to minimize the glare of the lights. So I'm just kind of playing around with my setup here, so just bear with me. So I have my little cutter tool. I have my label maker. I have some painter's tape that I was using to tape this paper down. So anyway, I have these 2 pieces of scrapbook paper that I'm going to be using for the tabs for the months of my planner. So I'm just kind of playing around and just kind of figuring out what I want to use. So let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty guys, so welcome to my sheet that I put here on the kitchen table. So my white papers kept sliding around. So anyway, we are going to just power through, and finally we are here at this flip through. So I decided to go with the pink and gold design that I use from my scrapbook paper. And I'm not gonna show you guys every single month because it is the same layout for each month. But I will show you guys the first month of January, and then I'll show you how each tab sort of turned out for the month. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this planner up. So when you open it up, I have the black on the inside flap, and I can turn that over and use that as the cover if I like. So here is the layout for January, these beautiful pink flowers. So as you guys saw earlier in Canva, this is the spread for January. I'm going to go ahead and add the days in the 1st through the 31st. And then I have my weekly tasks set up. So these tasks are set up for the 4 weeks of the month, and I did them that way because I start grad school next month, and my classes are 4-week classes. So I just wanted to do all of my planning that way, so it just lined up with school. And then we move into my goals for the month, and then we have my to-do list for the month. And then I created this notebook paper page just for some reflection, seeing what worked for the month, what didn't work for the month. And if you guys notice, I did not make these pages front to back. I decided to leave the back of each page blank because I did want to create a space that was just open and available for me to like add stickers, do a little bit of journaling, pictures, a teensy weensy bit of scrapbooking, because this journal is pretty thick. It is at capacity, so I don't think I have that much room to grow. I don't want it to get too chunky because it already is chunky. So that's February. Then we go into March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So that's December 2023, the same layout for the month. And then in the inside, I have this black, which I can also switch out as well. So this planner is pretty big, it's pretty thick, it's pretty chunky. This is going to be the only planner that I'm using for 2023, so everything is going to live in this planner. I do have larger planner rings if I find that this journal is expanding, but for now I'm just going to use the smaller rings here. So it turned out really great. I'm really glad that I decided to create my own planner instead of purchasing one and it just not being what I needed it to be, and I'm trying to force it to be something that I needed it to be. So I'm just really glad that I decided to create my own. I would love to know what you guys are using for 2023. Are you going to create your own planner, purchase a planner? Are you using one planner? Are you using multiple planners? I would love to know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Merry Christmas and have a happy new year, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.